The two best defensive teams in the men's water polo meet in Sopron to decide who will top Group C in the preliminary round. Welcome from me, Bob Ballard, to Italy versus Spain, a repeat of the final from 2019. Now, the Italians have been running out victors by 10-5 in South Korea, but it's been the Spanish who've been prolific so far this time. 47 goals from 2 games so far. Canada and South Africa have incurred their wrath with 19 and 28 goals respectively. Well, we're at the Lower Usuda in Sopron for this last game, well, last but one game in this venue. All things moved mainly to Budapest afterwards. Could, on paper, not all games, of course, are paid on paper. They're not paid on paper at all, but the indications from that would be that this one might be a cracker, as indeed the game that we'll be bringing you later on between the USA and Australia promises to be as well. Now, I say Italy only played one game, so it's a slightly skewed group. Spain, though, have looked very, very, very good so far. A lot of goals, as I mentioned. 47 in total. Now, the Italians have half of their successful team from Gwangju returning, and a very experienced left-handed shooter in Gonzalo's Echenique, 32. He's the oldest player, or joint oldest player, along with the captain Marco Del Lungo. Spain have 2 players on 8 goals, 7 field goals and 1 penalty each for Felipe Peroni and Alvaro Granados. There is the table. As you see, it's a little bit lopsided, but Spain are very much the team in form with those goals, because the game that I mentioned, one of those games, does not count towards the total, so this has a lot riding on it. So for this game, nominally, it will be Spain with the Blue Caps, who will be the away team. Italy, the defending champions, will be in white. So there's quite a few familiar names from 2019, and a couple of new ones as well, like Matteo Iocci, for example, the 20-year-old. We'll go through the Spanish lineup, and they have been scoring goals pretty much for fun. There's our officials from Slovenia and from the Netherlands, Boris Margeta and Mikael Svart from Holland, or the Netherlands if you prefer.
Technical Water Polo committee members are Mr. Bicker.
Just about to come on to pool deck the Spanish lineup. Now, of course, some of these goals do not count towards the total because of the game that was scratched, but they remain on the system. So Granados with 7+1 and Peroni with 7+1 as well. This is the Spanish lineup then, and the young man in goal. They've played equal amounts of time in goal, have Unai Aguirre and Eduardo Lorio, so we'll see which one they're going to opt to go with today, but Aguirre is the 19-20-year-old who will be between the posts for Spain. Alberto Menares will be wearing number 2. The aforementioned Alvaro Granados as the number 3 cap today. Bernat Sanahuya will be wearing number 4.
Number 5,
Miguel de Toro Dominguez is number 5. Marc Lorombe is going to be wearing the number 6 cap. Interesting, on the sheet, he doesn't actually have a position. I think he's your libero in water polo terms. Martin Fermera is the number 7.
Number 8,
Sergei Cabañas, the high-profile Spanish players. Got a very good social media profile as well as Sergei. Roger Tahul is the number 9 and is likely to provide quite a lot of ammunition, both himself and for those going forward. Felipe Peroni is number 10. Blai Malarach is number 11. And the last of the outfield players will be Alejandro Bustos, number 12. So the person remaining to introduce will be the other goalie, and he is Eduardo Lorio, number 13. So we'll see who David Martin Lozano's gone with as first choice goalie for today. Know that when the list comes up on the screen, there is the Spanish coach. And now to the defending champions from Gwangju in 2019, led out by their captain, Marco Del Longo. That's one thing that's been very solid through recent campaigns, is their goalkeeping because of this man. Well, he's played the bulk of the time of their games so far, so likely to start. Francesco Di Fulvio is number 2. Another in the D position will be Luca De Monti. All of these in the either 30 or knocking on the 30 club, but the man who's knocking on the 20 club is next. Matteo Iocci is number 4. Andrea Fondelli back again for more for Italy, wearing number 5. Giacomo Canella is 6. Luca Marziali will be wearing number 7. He's got a very Spanish-sounding name. He is Italian, and he's also a very key player for them, is Gonzalo Echenique. I always have to do a double take, because when they play Spain, you think, well, he should really be playing the Spanish team with a name like that, but no, he's very much on the Italian side. Nicola Braciotti is number 9, and one of 2 left-handed shooters they have, the other one being Luca De Monti. Lorenzo Bruni is number 10. Eduardo Somma is 11. Vincenzo Dolce is number 12, and then I think will be the backup goalie for this one. The starting lineups have not yet been released, but Gianmarco Nicosia is number 13. Their head coach is Alessandro Campagna. There he is, his wonderful Italian top. We're going to have the wonderful Italian anthem. In fact, 2 very strident anthems to come. First one will be that of Spain. And coming up, I think, what is most neutral's favourite anthem, the Italians. I reckon pretty much every country would love an anthem like that. The Italians possess one of the most stirring. It must have a real enhancing effect for their players as they get prepared to take on Spain. I don't talk this one up too much, but these two played a decent final 3 years ago. Spanish look to have improved a little bit in that time. The Italians, as I say, because they've only played the one game, we're really not too certain as to where they are in terms of their progression as yet. We'll know more after 32 minutes today. Marco Del Longo is their 32-year-old keeper. Gonzalo Echenique is their 32-year-old left-handed defenseman. Team average around about 27, so there's a lot of experience in there. They have removed a few from 3 years ago, but they've kept the nucleus of it, and there's Alessandro Campagna, who is their coach, and will be hoping that they can do what they did in Gwangju. It's going to be much tougher this time. There's a lot of teams who are right in there. 3 times Olympic gold medalists, 4 times world champions. As we mentioned, 10-5 winners against Spain back in South Korea 2019. Here's the Spain lineup with that 19-year-old, just about turned 20-year-old goalie Unai Aguirre. One of the youngsters there is Sana Huya, who is 21, and you'll see the old man Felipe Baroni, 36 years of age and still going strong. And I wouldn't put it past him to be in the lineup for Fukuoka in just over 12 months' time. Kevin Martin, who's their coach, and Svilen Ivanov and Pere Robert are the 2 assistants for Spain. Yeah, second last time round, Olympic gold medalist 1996, and they have won this title on 2 occasions. So they have a pedigree. The Italians obviously have one from the last time round. See, in that one game, 22-4, Spain did play both Canada and South Africa, 19-2 and 28-2. But this will be the game that will tell us a lot about both teams. Spain have breezed through to the 3rd game. Italy have only been tested once. And there is the old man, Felipe Baroni, who's seen it all and pretty much done it all in his time in the Spanish water polo team. Just laying down some instructions. The Italians, as ever, ready. I can mix my languages, a bit of a joie de vivre from them as they get ready to start this last Group C game for them. Italy in the white caps. Spain in the, well, blue, red, and a little bit of yellow going on in there too. First sprint about to come. Referee right in front of our camera. Get out of the way, thank you. And he'll make sure both Mr. Marghetto and Mr. Zvart will make sure that all the players are right on that goal line. And first blood will go to the Spanish. A sprint won by Spain, who are attacking the goal to our right-hand side. Peroni involved straight away in the action with Larumbe. Larumbe takes his time to find the man in the centre. There's Menares. Larumbe. Get some good distribution from both sides here. They're good at passing the ball around. Have they got a good shot to end it up? That snuck in, I think. Yeah, it did. It just went over the line from Martin Vermeer. Will they check it? I think they were quite comfortable in knowing that that did rebound just back over the line. Let's have a look. Yes. Yes. Got a piece of it. Did Del Lungo, but not enough of it to stop it going over the line. So first blood to the Spanish. Echenique with De Fulvio. Remember, a 30-second shot clock. If they have a shot and do reset, it's 20. Right into the area where the shooter should have been, but he was submerged. That was Brunei. And there's going to be a reset to 20 for the Italians. De Fulvio. Spain lose a player. Vermeer sitting it out for 20 seconds, which gives the 6-on-5 to Italy. Looking at the bottom corner. Took a massive ricochet and bounce. Back off the crossbar it comes and back to safety. And the Spanish have possession again. So that 20-second shot clock didn't actually matter too much. And 20-second exclusion did neither. Spain advancing it into the corner. Pushed a little bit further there by Echenique, so be careful he's not going to be excluded for a couple here. Instead it is Brunei who goes. Granados. This looks quite promising from a Spanish point of view. Little lob pass. They're trying to pull the Italians out of their defensive position, and they get the goal nicely created. What a lovely goal that was. Just took their time. There was no rush. They weren't overly hurried on that. And there was De Toro when he needed to be right at the end. Look at that, beautifully done. Just needed to palm it in. And the defending champions find themselves 2-0 down early on. So we haven't really had an idea to see how good Italy are this time around. Well, they're being sorely tested early on here. First 2 minutes, they find themselves 2-0 down. And Spain had the ball back with Bustos. Well, I'm liking the fact the Spanish are not hurried there. They could easily be overawed by the Italians, but they're showing anything but at this stage. Bustos. Looking for the opportunity to shoot was Larumbe. Bustos. Larumbe will shoot and will score. Marc Larumbe. And all of a sudden, it's 3-0. Marc Larumbe has got, on the caption it says second, I make it first. I think Toro's got one, Larumbe's got one, and Vermeer's got one, so I think it is only one goal. But what is important from a Spanish point of view is they are 3-0 up. And Martin, a little fist bump there, because it's as good a start to the game as he could possibly have wished for. Italy looking a little bit lackluster. I don't think we're quite at the timeout calling stage, but Italy not really out of the traps yet. Haven't really tested the Spanish goalie. There will be an exclusion coming for Spain, and it's going to be Sanahuya who's gone. So the Italians do have that man advantage. 6 on 5. With De Monti, and about time too, the Italian coach will say. They are at last on the board, thanks to Francesco De Fulvio. And it's taken them nearly 3 minutes to actually get a telling shot on net. And that did catch a little bit of the arm of Unai Aguirre, but not enough of one. There's the backup goalie showing what he thinks. Sanahuya straight out of the exclusion zone into the action. So it's not quite as aggressive as I thought it would be. Allowing Spain a lot of time to maneuver, a lot of time to work the ball in. It's going to be an Italian going. It's number 9, I think. It's going to be Preciuti. Yeah, first yellow card for him. Here comes the shot. Not yet, not yet. Maybe now. They've gone wide instead to Peroni. Got to make something happen here quick. Shot clock was running rapidly down. Yeah, a little bit rushed this time. Probably the first time in the game that the Spanish were a little bit uncoordinated in their build-up. Dolce for these hands in white caps who just joined us. Disoma. Oh, another turnover, another steal for the Spanish. Most of the things that are going right are going the Spanish way right now. Malarac. Here's Bustos. Italians lose Dolce. Shot clock on 15, plenty of time. They did a shot clock reset to 20. Peroni playing around nicely. Is there any end product? Most certainly there is. Beautifully done by Tahul. And that means there's 4 individual goal scorers now for the Spanish. The Toro, Larumbe, Primera, and now Tahul. And they've just restored that 3-goal advantage. Again, that's what the Spanish have been good at. Very similar patterns of goals, just a little palm in, nothing with a great deal of velocity, but they worked it in close. They've done very well. They've got those extra player goals already. They both have very deep benches. De Monti. Fondelli. De Monti back to Fondelli again. Hasn't got a chance to shoot now. He won't. They'll reverse it around, and well, that was a little bit of a kind of well, I need a shot here, and I don't really have too many options, and that's how it came across. Aguirre will spend a bit of time just waiting to lob the pass to somebody who's not guarded. Granados. Menares. Long way out with 10 seconds to go. They need to move in a bit closer, I think. Sanahuya gets dunked by Canella. 3 seconds, the ball's going to be thrown away. It will be Italian possession. Timeout called by Spain. Well, they can't get it because it's Italian possession, so they're going to have to wait. De Toro is sitting it out for 20, so yeah, you can't call timeout one. That's all in the making. Looks like the Spanish want to call one fairly soon. De Monti, Italy, only 1 goal in 6, now 2 goals in 6. as Eduardo de Sommer finds a route past Unai Aguirre, and it's 4-2 to Spain, with 2:22 remaining in the first. Easy as you like for the Italians, who reduce the arrears to 2. Spain have possession with Menares. Solution coming for the Italians. It comes 6-on-5 for Spain. It's Iocci who's going to be having a little ponder for 20 seconds. Here comes the shot, and another one. Menares. They are spreading the love and spreading the goals today. Menares, De Toro, Larumbe, Vermeera, and also Tahul have scored. So 5 goals, 5 different goal scorers. He's enjoying this. 10-5 when they met in the final just about 3 years ago, just under 3 years ago. De Monti has it for the Italians. They're wasting quite a bit of the shot clock, but they've still got 17, so plenty of time still. And Spain are going to lose a man, and as they do so, the shot comes in from Lorenzo Bruni. And we're back to a 2-goal game again. Felipe Peroni, the old man. Well, I keep saying that, but it's true. Getting that. So that's Bruni, of course. Or, the Italians. De Fulvio and Bruni and De Sommer with their goals, 5-3. It's every bit as nip and tuck as we anticipated it might be. Granados for Spain with plenty of room in which to maneuver. Menares, the fake, and then the shot from, well, pretty acute angle from Peroni in the end. That means that De Monti can come away with it to the feed from Nicosia. He's been preferred to Del Lungo today, even though Del Lungo is a captain. Well, Smash coach not happy with that call. And that's the second yellow for Menares. Got to be careful now. Italians have that 6-on-5, which they take full advantage of. And Canella is the latest scorer for the Italians. And this game is every bit as competitive as we anticipated it might be, and now every bit as tight as we thought it might. Italy 4, Spain 5. He's a happy man than he was a few moments ago when that lead was bigger. It's taken a while for the Italians to really get in the groove. They have only had that one game, remember, so still maybe a little bit rusty in this championship. But they're getting there. Larumbe for Spain. Granados again taking it wide. Peroni trying to pull the Italian box just out of position a little bit. Larumbe, Malarak. It's not going to find its way past Nicosia this time. There's the shot, and it comes cannoning off the bar once more, and that's going to be a last couple of second shot. And we've brought you some entertainment. They certainly have in the first 8 minutes, 9 goals. And the defending champions find themselves behind, but not by a great deal. It's Italy 4, Spain 5 after 8. Well, amazing, we've had 9 goals and nobody scored 2. They've all been individual goal scorers so far. So we have to be a little bit concerned about Menares and his 2 personal fouls in the first 8 minutes, because 1 more and he's gone. Spain started like a train. Pretty much all the efforts and attempts on goal coming courtesy of the Spanish. Took a while for the Italians to get on the board. There's one of those palms in from De Toro. And at that stage, Martin was pretty happy with proceedings. They were very much on top. But the Italians have clawed their way back into this game at 5-4. Now, prior to today, the 2 teams had only conceded 4 goals. Spain see 2 against Canada and 2 against South Africa. So you can see as many in 1 quarter to have in 6 prior to this. Second sprint about to take place. Well, (4-1) by Echenique, but Spain get it. Here's Larumbe. Spain, remember, still attacking that goal to our left-hand side. Granados. 10 seconds. Larumbe. Go wide again. They need to go back to Larumbe. And then that shot is smothered. Someone puts his hand up, but it's not penalised. They did have a couple of seconds remaining, Spain, for the shot, but the shot was a pretty tame one in the end. And relatively easy save for Nicosia. Now, Lorio's in net for Spain, and Nicosia for Italy. 2 number 13s between the posts. Here's the shot. What a good shot, too, from distance from De Sommer. Oh, yes, he enjoyed that. The Italian coach certainly does well. Now we have parity. Eduardo De Sommer breaks the 1-goal routine and becomes the first to go to 2. And that was an absolute bullet into the corner. Right. Well, despite the fact there was an outstretched palm from Eduardo Lorio, there was nothing he could do about that. 5-5. Spain had plenty of advantage in the first, but they have no advantage now. There's going to be exclusion for the Italians. They're going to lose a player. They're going to lose Bondelli. 6-on-5 then for the Spanish. Getting in close. Then they hop it out wide on right wing. There's the shot. Beautifully constructed yet again. There have been some very, very good goals, and Larumbe scores his second for Spain. And there's an absolute underlining of how you don't have to rush it when you've got 30 seconds. As long as you get a telling shot away without having to rush at the tail end. They didn't see the look or the shot they wanted, so they just revolved it again, back around again, came back to the shooter, And 6-5, Spain never trailed, and they're back in front again. Sounds like an instant riposte. Echenique could be the man to do it. Left-handed shooter, they have two of them. There's going to be an exclusion. No, there isn't. They've been in that 2-meter zone too long, have the Italians, and the referee says you've got to clear out. Can't allow you just to goal hang like that. So it was a turnover foul in the end by Bruni. They were in there for a bit too long, but no, it was a turnover foul. Peroni with Malarak. Well, the idea was good. Unfortunately, the man they were looking for was a bit tied up and hamstrung at that point. Player being Tahul. So maybe a game tire coming up for Italy if they're quick here. Sciuti. De Fulvio. Exclusion for Spain. Ball, 20-second reset for the Italians. Malarak gone. 6-on-5. This should be right into the wheelhouse of the Italians. They'll work it in tight. Oh, no, we won't. Off the top of the fingers of De Fulvio, but they still found a way. I think they were getting a bit cranky with each other. That move was starting to break down. Well, in the end, it was rescued by Presiotti. Look at that. Yeah. Made amends with that feed. And all you to have was a redirection. And a redirection it had. And we are back level again at 6. And Presiotti adds his name to the list. Captivating match this. Slightly different styles of play. Neither winning out at this stage. Sala Puya. Granados. Larumbe is impeded. Spain have 6 seconds to get a shot away. And again, they're going to try and go wide. I think they wasted a lot of time there. And it'll be a reset to 20. And there's going to be exclusion for the Italians. Second yellow for Presiotti. Now, timeout's been called, has it? No. The Italians bring it forward. 4:19 remaining in the second. Now it's going to be a Spaniard who's going to go this time. As the shot comes in and finds its way in, and now the Italians are leading for the first time. De Sommer with the hat-trick goal. 3 for Eduardo De Sommer. And 7-6. So Spain have always led in this game until this moment. De Sommer, the Spanish, in effect, down a player. Just in the process of losing to Toro. Toro went to the 22nd exclusion zone. As he did so, the Italians got the ball in the back of the net. So 7-6. Spain will have to try and start all their good work again. Menares. Larumbe. Italians going to go this time. So here comes the man advantage for the Spaniards. Not going central this time. Again, they're going right wing. They might go left wing. Might be the lob pass. No, the man in front. Good block. Still loose, but the Italians have it, or do they? Yes, they do. So that's a waste, because they had a 6-on-5 there, and they couldn't get the rebound either off Nicosia. So This has been a good passage of play from the Italians. Echenique, De Monte, both teams using the depth of their bench. That's going to be exclusion for Malarak, second one for him. And once again, that ball rotation we've become so used to with the Italians. A couple of left-handed shooters is an option. De Monte, and yes, oh yes, they're starting to really get in the groove now. That was Luca De Monte. And now Italy, having been well behind at one stage in the first, now find themselves 2 goals to the good in the second. Say they were a little bit undercooked coming into this one. Well, somebody has turned up the heat to regulo 8 or 9 now. Italy 8, Spain 6. Italy have got a lot of goals from the depth of their bench. Show and go. Is there a shot? There's a little foul. 20 seconds. He doesn't agree. Fondelli does not agree, but it's not him who's going to have to go. It's going to be De Sommer. That's the second foul for De Sommer. And they're starting to rack up a little bit now. Man advantage. 11-second advantage. There's the shot off the bar. And what was working so well for the Spanish in the first 8 minutes is not working now. That one off the, not even the frame of the goal, just the outside of it. So couldn't have even got a lucky deflection back in. De Monte. Italy come from several goals behind to lead by 2 now. Baroni, oh, everything they are having at the moment is turning to gold, or turning to goals in this case. Andrea Fondelli, the latest to add his name, and what a turnaround. 5-4 they trailed at the end of the first quarter, and they were 3 goals behind at one stage. But all of a sudden they are 3 goals in front. 9-6. And we are now seeing echoes of what we saw in 2019 when Italy were top of the world. And they may well, come Sunday week, be there again. Mera. Now, what can the Spanish do? There's a few players on 2 fouls now. There's a couple for Italy, and there are 3 for Spain. So that was starting to rack up a bit. Menares, Toro, and Malarak for Spain. Rasciuti and Sommer for Italy. We're not halfway yet. Coaches obviously have to take that into account when they're changing their personnel. You don't want to lose key players at this stage. Did say it might get a little bit physical. It is starting to get that way. De Monte, what a goal that is! What a goal! Well, it really is all coming together for the Italians. That's a terrific effort by De Monte, his second of the game. And you want to see that back again. I'm sure we will see it back again. Here we go. Look at this. Gets himself up. Pretty much an immediate shot. Sees the goalie slightly out of position. And right into that right-hand corner it goes. Right-hand corner as far as the goalie's looking. Left-hand corner for him, of course. And that could not have been better placed if he tried. Well, the goals, not only of this game, but any of the men's games so far. And look at that. All of a sudden, it's a 4-goal advantage for the Italians, who've turned this game right round. Larumbe. Sanahuja, they haven't scored for ages now, Spain. And they'll get a chance with a 6-on-5. This should be a great opportunity. And it could be it's now going to be a 6-on-4 because De Monte's going to go as well. So there's 2 Italians in the exclusion area. So come on, Spain, you've got to score on this. 6-on-4. and they're playing around. They've got 9 seconds to construct something here. Italians are 2 men light, and they still manage to block it. They might get it back here, Spain. They do. There's the goal from Sanahuja. Fairly fortuitous, but they'll take it. Two out of 3 from Mark Larumbe. I've got Larumbe down. I think it was Sanahuja myself, but yeah, I think Sanahuja in front, is it not? Well, here's number 4 with the punch, and I think it is Sanahuja who gets the goal. All Spain will care about is the fact they've got it. So Spain back within 3. 41 seconds before we get to the second interval. Romanos trying to stop the Italians making any progress. They're trying to get right in there, and in that 2-meter exclusion zone. It's a turnover foul from Luca Marziali. Peroni. They've got 14 seconds on the game clock. In fact, the shot clock and game clock are identical now. So they'll get one more chance. That's the chance they needed. Sanahuja, back-to-back goals for him. And not having scored for a while, Spain have a couple of ripostes to bring it back to 10-8. Oh, yes, a few oohs and ahs there. That was a little bit closer than the Spanish goalie would have liked. They're going to get 20 seconds because it did touch the hand of the goalie. Now back in, just confuse things. Aguirre's back in now. Lorio was in, now Aguirre's in. And he got a little touch on that. And that should signify almost the end of the second. It says 0.1 on the clock, so not going to get a shot in that time. And that is a complete turnaround for the Italians. Very much second best in the opening quarter. They trailed 5-4, and now they've turned it around. 6-3 in that 8 minutes of play. It's now Italy 10, Spain 8 at half-time. And this goes for the team that might or will top the table in the end. This match will determine that. So, in effect, the winner here will be the one who will go through and not have to worry about the crossover game. That's why it's so key. That's why there's so much on the line. And Spain really came out like men possessed, but once Italy found their form, found their rhythm, found their touch in the second period, it's been echoes of 3 years ago, and that 10-5 win over Spain in the final. Well, we had 15 goals in that one. We've already had 18 goals in this. We've only reached half-time. That's the details. 10 out of 16, plays 8 out of 15. Shot efficiency 10% better from the Italians. The extra player shots is interesting though. Look at that, 6 out of 7 for Italy. So their starting lineup have actually not contributed most of the goals. It has been the backups. And whenever we set them in between the first and second, they didn't really enact Spain were cruising, and then Italy just went into another gear. Well, his little pep talk did work well. Goal scorer wise, just to give you an update on that. For the Italians, they have a hat-trick scorer in De Sommer, 2 from De Monti, De Fulvio, Fondelli, Canella, Brasciuti and Bruni all have 1. For the Spanish, they have a couple of players on 2, Sanahuya and Larumbe, and the individual goal scorers are Tahul, De Toro and Menares, who has to be a little bit careful. Both of those players do, actually. They're both on 2 fouls, as is Malarak. And for the Italians, they have Iocci and Brasciuti and De Sommer, all on 2 fouls. So both teams have 3 players on 2 fouls. There's every likelihood we're going to see an exclusion or 2 from this game before it's concluded. Which way it's going to go, however, is a much more difficult thing to ascertain and predict. 10-8, Italy lead, having trailed at the end of the first by 5 goals to 4. Third sprint underway. Spain playing from left to right in the second half. Italians will get to the ball first. Worked by Canella. And here's the Italians who've won their first sprint of 3. Brasciuti. It's Canella. And there will be an exclusion for Spain. Out will go Tahul. Is first. Italians have that 6-on-5, which they take advantage of, full advantage of, and Fulvio makes it 2 for him, and now 11 for Spain, for Italy. 11 for Italy, 8 Spain. They've opened up that 3-goal advantage once again. Nicely played. There really wasn't much that Spanish keeper could do about that. To time the jump, and as he was kind of just about to project himself out of the water, so the ball rained over his head. Larumbe. Here's Peroni. It's going to be an Italian who'll have to make tracks. That is Dolce. He goes to 2 fouls. They're starting to rack up a bit now. Personal fouls. Sanahuya looking for his 3rd. Peroni, nice save. They'll get a reset to 20 though, because they've got the shot in. Another one's coming fairly soon. And stops temporarily to allow the ball to arrive with Larumbe. Peroni, that's a nice angle, but also well read by the Italian goalie. And it's Nicosia is in for the Italians at the moment. Yeah, it's even though it may not have been the most graceful save, it was a very effective one. Not long to go as far as that shot clock was concerned, so they had to get somebody away, and young Unai Aguirre, the 19-year-old, does make that smothering stop. Larumbe to Sanahuya. Larumbe, we haven't had timeout from either team yet, which I find quite surprising. Certainly the Spanish were going to call one in the first half, but didn't. It's again right in the centre of the goal, and well read by Gianmarco Nicosia. Well, at the moment, his anticipation of those shots has been very good, and that's what made the difference. Spain are still getting shots in on goal, but He's making the stops. That will be an exclusion for Spanish. They will lose Peroni for his first. Italy have the 6-on-5. They have 9 seconds in which to make the shot. It's coming. A bit rushed in the end from Canella. And Spain will return to their full strength. Yeah, it was a little bit ambitious from that angle. Other corner was available, that one was not. 4:37 remaining. Oh, what a shot. I tell you what, that is a terrific effort by Benares, his second. He could have waited, he could have rotated the ball, but he didn't. And his second in this one, 6 overall for Benares. And that really did catch Nick Sierra. He didn't think a shot was coming there. And you can see his kind of delayed reaction as the ball is just coming past him. Those are the kind of goals that the opposition really hate, and they can't get set. And we are back to a 2-goal game. Distance shots exactly the same in terms of conversions. 6 out of 9, 6 out of 10. Let's leave those still with that 2-goal advantage. Nearly halfway through this third quarter. Playing around quite nicely, but again, always the question, is there any end product? Spanish are going to steal this one away. Start to swim away with it. 20 seconds, loads of time. I was amazed how long 30 seconds is on a shot clock. So you want to be as advanced down the pool as you can be with time to construct something. Got plenty of players in good position, including Vermeera. But good though it was, he couldn't find a way past, and the Italians won the ball delivered quickly, and Nicosia didn't like be under that much pressure. Looks at the referee and says, that was unfair. Well, referee says it wasn't. Bresciuti for a hat-trick maybe. A bit too far out from there. De Fulvio. And that's going to be goodbye time for Bustos, I think. Yeah, he goes for his first yellow. De Sommer. Bresciuti. 8 seconds with that. 6-on-5, they don't need any of that. They don't need all of it anyway. Luca Mazziali with goal number 12 for the Italians, and they have 3 goals between themselves and the Spanish now. All the other teams are watching this game very closely if they're not playing it this time and going, okay. The Italians were a bit vulnerable early on, but since the start of the second, they have shown their pedigree, shown their status. It's probably favourites here to go on and win it again. Extra player goals so crucial. That's actually the difference between the two teams, you think about it. Benares, they're going to lose a player, and that's going to be maybe 2 players. They're going to get a red card, Italy, and Bresciuti won't get a chance to score another because he's going to be gone for the game. He gets a penalty for Spain, which Peroni is going to take. So Peroni against Nicosia to trim that lead by 1. Right, Peroni is ready. Goalie is ready. Is it going to be 12-10? Or is Nicosia going to make the save. Bit of chat going on, and a good save. Yes. I think he was psyched out a little bit. He's the most experienced player out there too. Here's Peroni, but you know what? There's a bit of trash talking going on prior to that shot, and goalie read his intentions very clearly and was able to make that stop. There's another Spaniard going to disappear now. Here's Granados to Fulvio. Italians have 10 seconds with the man advantage. How much of this will they need before the shot? Not yet. Back off the post. Goalie's got it. It's a smack in the face for his troubles, but he's okay. There's Dolce with that shot at the post. Right, well, there's a lot of two fouled players now. De Monte, Iocci, Sommer, Dolce, all on two for the Italians. Benares and Malarac for Spain. So we'd have at least one. You may well have more than one before the end of this. Still another 9 minutes 20 remaining in the game. That's a waste. He knows it. Spain will not have given up on this yet. They've seen the way the game has been transformed. They had a nice advantage in the first, and then Italy started to work their way back in the second and have not quite taken control, but look like they know what they're doing. And there's a few shots like that coming in from Spain now, which are not really quality shots. Certainly have more likelihood of being saved than not. And there's another example of one, as the Italians can celebrate on their bench. 10 seconds before the shot needs to come in here. Fulvio. Dolce. No, it had to be a shot in desperation, really. And Spain have done well to thwart the Italians. Now, shot clock and game clock are not quite the same, but they need a shot, and they need it pretty soon. Left-handed shooter's going to go for it, and does go for it very well, Malarac. Italy have two left-handed shooters, Spain have one, and the one they have has just opened his account for the game. 6 prior to today, another one to add. And all right, Italy going to call a timeout. He's thinking about it. 2.2 seconds. They can construct something, but no, that was a thought. Thought it's gone. Well, another very entertaining quarter. This one shared, 2 goals apiece. So the gap that was 2 remains at 2. That last attempt and last conversion from Blai Malarac. And Spain hanging in there pretty well. I thought the Italians might run away with it, but it's still mightily competitive, and still with 1 quarter to go. Spain are still very much in this. Italy 12, Spain 10, with 8 to go. There's some lovely goals of different varieties. Goalies have been pretty busy. And Spain have changed theirs. Nixie has been in between the posts for the whole of this game so far for Italy. There's been lots of celebrations on both sides. Lovely goal scored. Marziali with that one. Little lob from De Monti. Palmed away by Marziali. And the foul counts. Malarak and Manara still one away from exclusion. The Italians have got 4 players on 2, so law of averages says that somebody else might go from the Italian team. Preciotti is already gone. There's the also shot ratio. Italy up to 50. Spain on 42. And look at those extra player shots. 7 out of 10 for Italy, 4 out of 9 for Spain. Just goes to show that both have a lot of players who can step in when required. That's what's been happening in this one. 2-1 in Spain's favour on the sprints. Last one coming. As Salahuya heads for it. They won't get it because it'll be Canella who will get there first for the Italians. So sprints are shared. Bondelli. Let him get too far forward, so the Italians have to go back at the moment. Bondelli. Out will go De Toro. Second foul for the number 5. Now, trying to pick that corner was De Fulvio, and they might try again when it comes back around again. He's going to have to go for a different corner this time because that one's not available. And he does go for the other corner. And there must have been a little bit of a ricochet off Aguirre, was there? Yeah, it was. Right onto the post. Spain with a chance to trim it to 1. They're getting close in. Granados. 3 seconds. Got to get a shot away now. And they will, I think they'll get an extra 20. Won't they? I think I was right on the hooter, but I think they'll get another 20 for that because it was the shot was taken in time. Yes, they will. Granados. Sana Huya's left it behind. Granados again. Sana Huya. And there's a exclusion coming for the Italians and a red card for De Somma as the ball is planted into the corner of the net by Granados. Well, that's 2 Italians down. Preciotti followed by De Somma. And that might be a concern. Oh my goodness me, look at that. 2 falls, 2 submissions and a knockout to decide the winner. But ultimately, it is Sommer who goes. That means there's 2 Italians who will play no further part in this game. Spain, although they have a couple of players on 2,000, not lost one yet. So they've got the full depth of their bench to deal with if they so desire. De Fulvio. Way too deep to do anything yet. 13 seconds. They'll try and swim into place, but they're being forced wide. Spain's defensive cover is brilliant here. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The Spanish D there. Keep the Italians at bay, and they're within 1. Got a chance to tie this game up with Peroni. And see a route to goal. He's not going to use it, though. He's going to wait for somebody to swim in. 10 seconds coming up on the shot clock for Granados. He'll have it back. Peroni. He's a quick release. Gets it. Then that'll be Spanish ball once again. Falls kindly, though, to a white-capped Italian. And there'll be a timeout called by the Italians, I think. Yep, the Italians have called the timeout. Let's have a little listen in and see what Alessandro Campagna says, with Italy just leading by 1.
Doppio mancino, esci banda, palo, vedi, infatti il primo, ehi, ascoltate, Ascoltate, Francesco, il primo palo Teddy, il secondo io. Facciamo 11 subito con il primo mancino che entra ed esce Canna, d'accordo? Ma subito, perché Canna la dai a Mancino o a Francesco e ti ributti dentro e gli occhi ti vai a prendere lo spazio. Vai a prendere, la ridiamo a Luca che rifà la profondità. Vai, sì, vai.
I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. Sure, the Italians have enjoyed losing 2 players, though. Just UT and Sommer having gone, which makes it a little bit more problematic for them. And they also have a couple of players on 2 fouls, so they have to be very careful now. Spanish got 4 on 2, including Peroni. So Italians with that man advantage for another 7 seconds. Need to make full use of it now. Spanish trying to make sure they can't get in. They're not going to get shot away in that time. And that then is palmed down. And Spain again looking for parity. 12-11 will have possession for 30 seconds as they swim away. It's just gone a bit far away from Malarak. Will swim into the center. Block shots. Spain have 4-2, but that's a wonderful steal. Now, it's a bit of a, in a way, of a sprint. There's 2 Italians and 1 Spanish. Is it going to be Fondelli? It's a perfectly legitimate block. It's not going to require a foul. So that 2-on-1 did not result in the goal that the Italians hoped it would. And look at that shot clock. It's nearly down to 3 seconds. And that slip off the palm of De Fulvio, or was he impeded? There's going to be a timeout, and there's going to be an exclusion as well. So let's hear what the Spanish have to say with that man advantage. I think he's trying to check, and indeed so am I. I think Fondelli it is who's got the exclusion.
Te vas a 2, Garume, ponte en primer palo, no descansa, Guille, primer palo Martín, segundo palo Álvaro Felipe, ¿vale? Oye, Felipe, ¿estás bien o no? ¿Vale? Oye, jugamos mucho con Muna, ¿de acuerdo? Yo a 2. Sí. Felipe, ven. A 2, mucho con Muna,
Yeah, Fondelli has gone, which is his 2nd personal foul. 22nd man advantage for the Spanish, which obviously will start now. They're going to go for an early shot. Now they're going to delay a little bit more. Menares trying to work that board. Beautifully done. Yes. Show those pecs. Roger Tahul, 2nd of the game for him, and that was picture perfect in terms of working the box for a 6-on-5. Again, they didn't rush. It didn't get concerned that there wasn't going to be an opportunity, and there's the man just to palm it in position A. Just to lots of water on the lens of our camera. We won't care. They won't care. It's 12-12. And it's a cracking game with 4 minutes to go. It's exactly what the men's water polo is all about, and will continue to be about, I think, when we get to the crossovers starting in 2 days' time. Iochi. They haven't used all their bench because they've lost 2 players already. Spain, we'll see Fermera go. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players on 2 fouls now. Dolce. Iochi. Good block, and they'll get another 20 seconds. Dolce. De Fulvio. Spanish are defending like Trojans right now. Granados has it. He's really enthused by their defensive goal. They're scoring goals, but they're also defending very, very well indeed. Spain, little lapse in that second quarter, where they're right back on it again. Monares. Spain haven't led for quite some time, but they might have a chance of doing that right now. Granados. I think that was Tahul who was himself below the surface of the water, not on top of it. Last 3 minutes in what has been an absorbing encounter between two of the European heavyweights. Italy 12, Spain 12. Italy with 2 players already excluded. Spain are going to be careful, they're not going to lose one here. And goal for the... No, it's not. No, it's not. The whistle had gone. Ho, 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 ho. The coach absolutely incandescent. There will be a timeout called as Fondelli will be gone. They've lost another player. Italy lose Andrea Fondelli. That is 3 players now Italy have lost. So Spain have a timeout and a man advantage. Here comes David Martin. This game has had everything apart from a penalty shot being converted. I was checking through the set. We did have that one penalty shot taken by Peroni, which was saved, but we've not had a penalty shot converted. That's the only thing that's not happened. We've had 3 Italians thrown out the game now. Monares. They're running out of numbers. Malarak. Back around for the shot, and there it is from Granados, and Spain are back in front. It has been a long time. It was the beginning of the second that they last led, and towards the end of the fourth, they might be coming good just at the right time. Italy are a little bit the victim of their own downfall in terms of 3 of their players have fouled out. Fondelli, Preciotti and Sommer. Somehow, someway, Spain, even with all these 2 fouls on their players, have not lost anybody yet. So now they have to be very careful. Some very key players out there that they do not want to lose. Canella, De Fulvio. Italy, you know they'll respond, or they'll try and respond if the Spanish allow them to. 12 seconds, it's with Bruni. There will be an exclusion for Monares. Now, what's he on? He's gone, he's gone. First of the Spanish to go with 3 fouls. Italians have that man advantage. Shot coming, shot coming, shot coming, shot coming! Doesn't find its way in. They'll look at that. They will look at that to check. Now, did the ball make it? No, it didn't even get close, did it? I think the coach wanted to look at that, but no need for a video replay on that. Now, Spanish, if they are cute, will hold on to this ball for as long as they can before they get the shot in. Waste a bit of time on the time clock, and that's in! That is in! Granados gets another. And now the celebrations can begin. His 3rd hat-trick for Alvaro Granados. Bit unfortunate on poor old Gianmarco Nicosia, because he made the save and they came off his back and dribbled out of his grasp. Well, hit him on the side of the head, and that was enough just to knock it off course and into the back of the net. What a comeback. Remarkable stuff. It was 12-10 at the end of 3, and Spain have scored 4 unanswered in this. Still time, but not much time. 1 minute and 8. That's a good block. Good save made by Unai Aguirre. They haven't got another timeout, I don't think. I think the Spanish have used theirs up, so yeah, still one to come for the Italians. Vermeer, 50 seconds, and again, they've got 30 seconds. You might as well take it. Take as much of it as you can. It's the Italians have got to score 2 just to tie the game now. And you can see the Spanish are just back in a defensive formation. Got to be a timeout here from the Italians. Got to be, with 41 seconds to go. Alessandro Campagna has called a timeout. Got to work out how to score 2 in 41 seconds. How do you do it, coach?
Vai a metterti, ehi, sul secondo palo, Jimbo, tu sul primo, Cannella da quella parte, palla a Luca, tu devi uscire a centro porta, devi uscire proprio verso il centro, Jimbo vieni su questo palo, Cannella entra e si libererà Francesco. Dai.
No, vai tu sul palo, io.
Stai fuori Luca, dai.
Well, whatever they do, they've got to do it quickly. They've got to get a shot in. You reckon in about 5 or 6 seconds. They can't hang around and then hope they can get a block or a rebound or smother the front of the Spanish net to prevent them bringing it back out again. Needs to come in now. There's no point hanging around. It's got to be the next few seconds. The Italians get a shot in. That's a very poor attempt. Very poor effort by Francesco de Fulvio. Not at all what the coach wanted to see. 33 seconds. Ball back with the official. Just indicating what is going to be next. Spanish could swim away, and they've got 30 seconds on the shot clock and 33 on the game clock. So just hold on to it. Don't even need to shoot. Just keep possession. Don't allow any interception, and you're home and hosed. Keeping a lot of swimmers right up the other end of the ball to make sure there's no breakaway chance. And of course they pull the goalie as well. Well, goalie's out. Not quite like ice hockey where you can replace the goalie. Goalie can start coming out as more of an out player. But Spain have timed this to absolute perfection. What a win that is. Remarkable. All the momentum was swinging the way of the Italians, especially when they led 12-10 with just 8 to go. But Spain have blanked the defending champions in the last quarter and have gone on to win this. That is what you call timing. They dominated the first and they dominated the last. In between times, it was Italy all the way. But when it mattered, Spain were the better team, and he can be rightfully proud of what his team has achieved today. They've given a bloody nose to the 2019 champions. Spain have laid down their marker well and truly, and they will win this group. Italy will have to go into the crossover games. Spain go through as of right. That was terrific stuff. If you're a newcomer to water polo, it's not always that good, but when it is that good, it's that good. Preliminary round, Group C, final results: Italy 12, Spain 14, and the Spanish win the group. Right, man of the match, player of the match. It's a tough call, that. Tough call for the Spanish, who, well, if you're going to go strictly on numbers, I suppose Granados will get it for his hat-trick, the only hat-trick scorer for the Spanish. It's a tough call, yeah. That would be the most logical and obvious outcome. How did the Italians manage to throw that away? Because in effect they did. Well, I think the foul trouble is the easiest indicator of that. 12 out of 30. Remember, the shot efficiency went down to 40. Spain's went up to 45. That's a little bit of the old seesaw that happened there. But say Braciotti, Fondelli, and De Sommer all got red cards. Not a single Spaniard did, even though there's 4 of them hovering on 2. Oh, actually, no, Menares did towards the end, but it didn't matter because it was so late on. Italians lost theirs at crucial stages. They were key players too. Well, periods 1 and 4 dominated by the Spanish. Period 2 absolutely dominated by Italy, 6-3, and then a shared third. And it won't happen very often that the defending champions do not score in a quarter, but they didn't in quarter 4 here, and that's what transformed this game. Spain believed all the way through, even when they were several goals adrift, they believed. Real fortitude and real pluck shown by the Spanish. And, well, I gave you on the intro, I feel this might be a special game. It doesn't always turn out that way, of course. So all we have now to do is to find out the identity of the player of the game. Granados would be the obvious choice, but sometimes the sponsors don't always go for the obvious choice. Spain had all but 1 player score, but they had no, 2 missed out. The Italians also had 3 who missed out. It will obviously go to a Spaniard. Let's have a look who they go with. Oh, they go with a goalie. Yeah, they sometimes do that. And they have on this occasion. Unai Aguirre, the youngest man in the Spanish lineup at 19 years of age. Made 10 out of 17 stops when he was between the posts. I mean, Laurier was used as well. So there you go, confirmation of that group table. Spain will go through as a right. In the crossover games, it will be Italy and South Africa. Spain then could be a little bit fresher going through the tournament now. Italy will have to play that extra game, and that might, down the stretch, have an impact on them. Thank you for your company. More Water Polo to come later on. Looking forward to the USA against Australia next.